I'm enraged. I am enraged. A woman got killed last night because an ex-boyfriend was mad that she didn't want to be with him anymore. A black woman was killed last night because her ex-boyfriend did not want to accept the fact that she said she didn't want to be with him. He felt like if he couldn't have her, nobody could, including her 5 kids. So he drop kicked the door of her house at nighttime, in the middle of the night, and 14 bullets went off. 12 of them hit her in the chest. 2 hit the 4-year-old that was laying next to her. One of them grazed the 4-year-old's face, the other hit her in the shoulder. This woman is now dead because a man felt like if he couldn't have her, nobody else could. And I'm livid because this is not a strange occurrence. This is not rare. It happens way too often. It's called femicide. Domestic violence, intimate partner violence. It happens all too often. And for black women, we're constant victims of it. So I get up here and I say, black men as a collective, y'all got work to do. Because we often don't feel safe by you. We don't feel protected by you. As we y'all protect black women, it's an affirmation for us. And it's a demand that is not being met. And I say that black men as a collective have work to do. And a man comes on my platform and tell me I'm being bitter. I'm being bitter by saying that black men have work to do. Because you know what happens when black women challenge our men? We get called bitter and angry. We get told to stop being bitter because clearly we must just hate them, which is why we're saying these things, to challenge them. Because honestly, to love you is to challenge you. If I leave you alone, that means I don't really mess with you. And I'm just like blown because I'm like, I saw a photo of this 4-year-old in the hospital with a bloodied face from the bullet that grazed her face from the man who killed her mother. This 4-year-old now has a memory of her mother laying in a pool of blood. And I say black men as a collective have work to do because when something racist happens in the news, we don't say, oh, it's just that one white person. We know it's a part of an oppressive system. We know it's part of that. So why is this different? Why is it different that when we wouldn't challenge black men, we're told that, oh, it's just that black man who did it? We always get the dude who goes, well, you know what? Let's not generalize. Oh, okay. So when it comes to you, it's the exception, right? Because the good black men have to be told that it's not them before we have this real discourse. Because, you know, surely it's some random boogeyman who is perpetuating all this harm. Because everybody is like, I don't know anybody who would do that. Yeah, it's just some boogeyman out in these streets. And then I'm called bitter because I say black men have work to do. When I just saw a picture of a 4-year-old girl who just saw her mother be killed. A 4-year-old girl whose face is bloody from the bullet from the gun that killed her mother. And I'm called bitter. Fuck you, go to hell. I'm married to a black man. My brother is a black man. My father is a black man. My whole life, I'm surrounded by black men. And I'm bitter. Let the word bitter fly. Let it fly. Because you know what? If holding you accountable to growth is being bitter, then I'll be bitter. If holding you accountable as a collective, fellas, is bitter, then I'll be bitter. You know, forget the fact that I have so much joy in my life. Bitter is not where I am. It's not who I am. But you know what? If I have to be bitter, because it means telling men you have work to do, it's not enough that you're not doing the harm yourself. You actually have to do the work of being anti-sexist, anti-misogynist. Because it's not enough to be like, I'm not the rapist. I'm not the murderer. I'm not the gaslighter. That's not enough. You don't get a cookie for that. That's the minimum. But with everybody who's a part of powerful populations, because yes, I get it. Black men have to face the racism thing. Yes, big. Black women, we're not just facing racism. We're facing racism and misogyny. We're not safe outside, and now we're not safe inside. So if holding y'all accountable is being bitter, then you know what? I'll be that. This is devastating. This is disheartening. It's unnecessary. But there's so many stories of people who have lost loved ones, parents, sisters, friends, at the hands of somebody who loved them taking their life. There's so many black women who've lost their lives to the hands of the men who say they love them. And we still love y'all, though. Black women still love black men. We still fight for you. We still fight for you. We still use our voices for you. And we will continue to. But who fights for us? When we ask for y'all to fight for us, we're called bitter. Who fights for us? Because it's tiring. Who's speaking up for us? Breonna Taylor got killed in her bed by cops. This woman who just got killed last night got killed in her bed by a black man who she used to love. We're fighting outside, and we can't have no peace inside. And folks want to call us bitter. Even if we are, we've earned it. But here we are, still loving y'all with joy. And we will continue to. We will keep fighting for you. And all we're asking is, fight for us. That's it.